She's led the pro-democracy demonstrations from on top of Hong Kong's Lion Rock and been used in protests on the street. Now, the statue, dubbed Lady Liberty, is in a kids' clothing store called Chicky Duck. But the shop's owner, Herbert Chow, is facing a request from his landlord to remove her, citing a contract clause that says all decorations need to be approved.
I'll continue to say what I want to say. I'll continue to speak up. And if speaking up for democracy and against tyranny gets me arrested, then I guess I'll be arrested.
The owner wants to include the statue in his shop to teach children about democracy and says he is not violating his lease agreement.
Our customers from the age of 4 to 11 would have an opportunity to actually start thinking about the subject of democracy.
On Thursday, the shop was full of customers despite the controversy, many taking snapshots of the statue and writing messages of support on the store's makeshift Lenin wall. And when one family was asked why they stepped inside, 5-year-old Jessica answered, and her mum says, it can bring the message to our children, or even adults, and let them know that the freedom of speech and democracy are important core values in Hong Kong. China is drafting new national security legislation for Hong Kong that critics fear will crush wide-ranging freedoms in the global financial city. The protests that started a year ago have evolved into pro-democracy demonstrations and have generated widespread enthusiastic support as well as staunch opposition in the Chinese-ruled city. And there is growing concern businesses are coming under pressure to distance themselves from the movement.
I hope my first voice as a businessman would create the second voice, and the third voice, and the fourth voice, and eventually business people will come out and tell the Hong Kong government and the central government that these things are wrong, and pause, don't do this to the Hong Kong people.